This is from ESPN. Off-season concerns and 2022 predictions for the Browns. So the off-season concerns, wide receiver and defensive line are the two main areas of concern, and you see the rationale right there. Predictions. If Watson is not suspended, the Browns are much improved, get back to the playoffs. If he's suspended for 4 games or more, Cleveland will miss the playoffs again. Thoughts on that? And the other thing to keep in mind, it has come out that they will not try the civil suits during the season, which makes it seem less likely that Deshaun Watson gets suspended. Or am I assuming too much there?
Yeah, I think it's still moving. I think that scale's still moving. I read something from USA Today talking about the latest legal rulings by a judge. Will that spur Deshaun Watson to want to settle? And then will the women, the plaintiffs, agree to the settlements? And if that happens, then there'll be some kind of closure from a legal perspective, and then it's up to the NFL to finish its investigation. The question to me is if there's no settlements and the lawsuits drag into 2023, right? Because they're not going to get done before the season, and there's an agreement not to have trials during the football season, then does the NFL still hand down a punishment, or does it wait until more information could come out in the trials? And I think that's a huge question that the NFL right now is not willing to answer. So I think it's too early to say whether or not he'll be suspended and whether or not it'll be in 2022 or 2023. But that's interesting. I think the Browns could handle 4 games if you're suspended for 4. If it starts getting up in 6 and 8 or even longer, then that's just a long time to miss your starting quarterback. But, if he plays a majority of the season or a vast majority of the season, yeah, I think the expectation, no doubt, is to go to the playoffs. And even if he's not, I think the Browns feel like the rest of the roster should be good enough to at least put them in a situation where if Watson is back for a stretch run, that they have a chance to make it, even if he misses time early.
If he is there for most of the season, my guess is the goal is a home play. They're not thinking playoffs. They're thinking more playoff positioning and AFC Championship game, Super Bowl type of thing.
Yeah, that's the expectation because they think he puts them on the same level with the Patrick Mahomes and the Justin Herberts and Joe Burrows, right? Lamar Jackson. So we can go down the list of big-time quarterbacks in the AFC. Russell Wilson now. I just think when there's that depth of quality quarterbacks and quality teams in the AFC, it makes it tough to kind of count anything as a given, right? Like the Chiefs feel like a given to me, but I don't know if they are in that division anymore. So in the Browns are in obviously a tough division with the defending AFC champions, and then the Baltimore team that should be much healthier than it was a year ago. So yes, I'm sure that would be the goal, and the Browns should be in that discussion. But they could easily finish 3rd in this division, even if Deshaun Watson played a bunch of games. That would be a disappointment, but I don't think it's outlandish to think that, given the talent in the division and across the AFC.
Yeah, AFC is without question loaded, and so is the AFC North as well.